Welcome back to Football Talk on the Analyst Desk. Wildcard weekend is over. The Divisional Round is coming up. So that means we gotta recap Wildcard weekend and then we can move on to our predictions for the Divisional Round. So we're gonna start off on Saturday. Rams 34, Panthers 31. And first off, before we get into all of the games, a lot of the games this weekend were very good. I think the only two games that were underwhelming were the Patriots and the Chargers, and then the Texans and the Steelers. But Rams, Panthers, good. Packers, Bears was good. Bills, Jags was good. 49ers and Eagles were good. But other than that, I like the Sunday night and the Monday night were not good at all. But we'll get to them. So Saturday afternoon into evening, 4:30. Rams 34, Panthers 31. Carolina had a great chance in this game. Look, it's not like Los Angeles was going to win it all the way through. Obviously, you thought that they were at the end, but Carolina had multiple leads in this game. So, they ended up, they 14-7, and then 17-14, and then you had even just tied 20-20 or something like that in the third quarter, and then fourth quarter you break away. Actually matched each other, but since LA scored 7 in the first, they were able to pull ahead by 3 points. So really, really close game. And the quarterback numbers are they're decent. Stafford definitely not a tremendous game in terms of completion percentage. Same with Bryce Young, they're 24 for 42, 304 yards, 3 touchdowns, interception. Bryce Young 21 for 40s, 264 yards, a TD and an INT. So obviously the running backs were also similar. Kyron Williams 13 carries, 57 yards, no touchdowns. Chuba Hubbard though 13 carries, 46 yards, 2 touchdowns. So obviously you saw Stafford had 3 touchdowns, Bryce Young had 1. Chuba Hubbard had the other ones. Puka Nacua 10 receptions, 111 yards, 1 touchdown. Jalen Coker 9 receptions, 134 yards. So a little bit better with 1 less catch and a touchdown. So even on the touchdowns, just 1 field goal was the difference. So all in all, a very close game to start the weekend, and that was a trend. So now we go to the Packers and Bears. Now the Packers, they jumped out to a big lead. And other than a first drive field goal from Chicago, they really didn't have anything else to say throughout the first half. And even the third quarter, they only scored 3 points in the third quarter. It was about 21-6 at the end of the third quarter. And then Chicago scored 25 in the fourth compared to just a single touchdown from Green Bay and a missed extra point. And that's the thing, if you only score 6 points in the fourth, in the second half at the total, you're not going to win the game. That's really bad for Green Bay. But then you see after the game, they're defending their head coach. So I guess you like to see that as an organization, that your head coach is doing something well when it comes to treating the players well. But you still would love to see that. Jordan Love, 24 for 46, 323 yards, 4 touchdowns. Caleb Williams, 24 for 48, 361 yards, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. So obviously Jordan Love was a lot better, but again in the second half, was he really? Not really. Josh Jacobs, 19 carries, 55 yards. DeAndre Swift, 13 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown. Romeo Doubs, 8 receptions, 124 yards, a touchdown. Colston Loveland, he had a great game. No touchdowns, but 8 receptions, 137 yards. for the rookie out of Michigan at tight end for the Bears. So again, like, Green Bay, pretty big collapse. Chicago, kind of what they've been doing all year, coming back on everybody. But if you score 6 points in the second half, you're not going to win. So that was not a great effort from Green Bay in the second half, and they'll be thinking about that until training camp of next season. We move on to Sunday, and starting off with my Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, when me and Jacob did the pregame for Sunday, we were split. Jacob predicted the Jags, and I predicted the Bills. We both thought it was going to be close, and I also agreed that I thought the Jags could very easily win this game. After all, they were at home, and they have a very, very talented team. I thought that they could have even went all the way with how open things are. The Bills, they get it done. Josh Allen had to be Superman, and he was. 28 for 35. Again, a better completion percentage, but obviously not throwing the ball as much. 273 yards and a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, 18 for 30. Again, not terrible completion percentage compared to the other games. 207 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. So obviously you had 2 interceptions from Lawrence and none from Allen. Turnovers were 2-1. The Bills had 1 on special teams. James Cook, 15 carries, 46 yards. Travis Etienne Jr., 10 carries, 67 yards. Khalil Shakir, 12 receptions for 82 yards. Parker Washington, 7 receptions, 107 yards. He was probably the best receiver in this game, and a touchdown. Dalton Kincaid also had a touchdown for the Bills as well. This game was very nice. Like, it was awesome. Obviously, the interceptions for Lawrence, especially the one at the end that steals it, the interception that was tipped by Tre'Davious White to Cole Bishop, who gets credited with the interception, and the Buffalo and Bills win. They did lose Gabe Davis. He's another torn ACL, which is not great to see because that's the same leg as the one he injured last year with the Jacksonville Jags. So you hate to see that, because obviously Gabe Davis has been a great postseason performer for the Bills in years past. So obviously you hate to see a guy like that go down, especially of his caliber in the playoffs. But the Bills nonetheless move on. They'll play the Broncos next Saturday. Moving on to 49ers Eagles. Now, I had predicted the Eagles to win. However, I said on the pregame that if they didn't figure out their offense, then they could be in trouble. And they were. San Francisco trailing for most of the game and lost George Kittle. He'll be out for the year, unfortunately. Their luck this year with injuries has just been horrible. But again, like 7-6 at the end of the first quarter, Eagles take a 13-7 lead, then 13-10. Then they made it eventually 16-10. Then San Francisco scored 13, made it 23. Philadelphia only got, didn't even get a touchdown in the second half. They got 2, one in the first quarter, one in the second quarter. They missed their extra point in the first half, which could have helped them in getting a field goal to tie the game, but that didn't end up happening. San Francisco went on to win. Brock Purdy, 18 for 31. My mic arm is blocking the stats. 262 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Jalen Hurts, 20 for 35, 168 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Christian McCaffrey, 15 carries for 48 yards. Saquon Barkley, obviously, the better day at 26 carries for 106 yards. Used a lot more. DeMarcus Robinson, 6 receptions for 111 yards and a touchdown. Devonta Smith for 8 receptions for 70 yards. So, again, Philadelphia just not finding it. A.J. Brown had a few drops in this game, which wasn't great for them, and they're gone. 3 years, 1 year they get eliminated in the first round, the next year they win the Super Bowl, and then the next year eliminated in the first round. So they've been really inconsistent despite 2 Super Bowl appearances in the last 4 years now. So that is the last of the good, close games. I mean, the San Francisco-Philadelphia game wasn't great, but it was close. Just running through these ones quickly. Patriots 16, Chargers 3. Not a great game. Justin Herbert continues to not perform in the playoffs, although he's been banged up all year. Not great protection. And then Texans, Steelers. The Steelers, I mean, they haven't had a great offense in years. And obviously when you go up against a defense like what the Texans have, that's going to be exposed a lot, and it was. Pittsburgh did not score a point throughout the entire second half. They got a field goal in the first, field goal in the second. The closest it was 7-6 in the second half. But then Houston, 23 points in the fourth quarter. They really took over. They also had a pick six thrown by Aaron Rodgers. So not a great game from the Steelers. Texans offense a little bit spotty, but they did what they had to do, and they scored 30 points. So props to them. Moving into the divisional round predictions, we'll move through them fairly quickly. I normally like to keep these around 15 minutes and under. So we'll go Bills, Broncos. Here's the thing. The Broncos defense is very good. If they could get going on offense, I think the Broncos can win this game. But because of the Bills, they just got over a huge hurdle, getting their first road playoff win since 1992. So I think they can do it again. Give me the Bills in this one. Moving on to 49ers Seahawks. I think the 49ers were resilient to get a win in Philadelphia, but I don't think it's going to matter in Seattle. They lost to the Seahawks in Week 18 because they could not run the ball. Seattle has a great running defense, and they can run the ball. Zach Charbonnet has been great for them down the stretch. I see them winning this game, and I don't see it being too close. We'll go Texans Patriots. Two teams with very good defenses. I do think Drake May and that Patriots offense is a little bit better, especially at home. Give me the Patriots in a close one, moving on to the AFC Championship game. And then the last one is Rams-Bears. The Bears are at home. They're against a very good Rams team. I think this could be the closest game, if I had to bet. This one in the Bills-Broncos. It's going to be a very close game. I think the Rams are going to get off to a good start. But what the Bears have to watch is that if the Rams get going, unlike the Packers, sometimes they can steamroll you. They could get to 40 points really quickly. I'm not saying they get that in the first half. That's almost impossible. But I do think that if the Bears don't tighten up on defense in the first half enough, this game could go too far ahead to where they couldn't come back. But give me the Bears because I love the run they've been on. I love what Ben Johnson's doing. I love his passion. Give me the Bears in a close one, and that'll end my prediction for the divisional round. Again, we're going to have Bills, Patriots, AFC East matchup in the AFC Championship game, and Bears, Seahawks, North versus West in Seattle. Bills, Patriots in Foxborough, next to Boston. Foxborough is a suburb. That's where the stadium is. And Seahawks, Bears in Seattle. For my predictions, that just about does it for football talk today. Keep an eye out. We're going to have our CFL Player Association grades coming up soon. That's a pre-record. That'll be up in the coming days or weeks. So stay tuned for that. Lots more coverage and a lot of big announcements coming on the analyst desk, where every day feels like game day. Make sure to subscribe, click the like button, and we'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. You've been watching Football Talk with me, Sam. I'll see you next time.